Net cost is the price you're going to pay at the register. It's not the sticker price on the school. It's the price that you're actually going to have to pay when it's all said and done. After your merit or your need, we need to look at, are you a high merit student or a low merit student? Right? Are they somewhat academically talented, but they have great test scores? Or if you're a low need family, you may not get very much financial aid from most schools. So which quadrant is your family in? We're going to use the FAFSA expected family contribution in this chart that we've made to simplify it, just to explain. If you, as a family, your adjusted gross income is $50,000 and you have 2 kids, then that expected family contribution is going to be $3,000. If you make $100,000 and you have 2 kids, your expected family contribution is going to be $17,000. If you make $100,000 as a family but you have 4 kids, that expected family contribution is going to drop. So this shows you what's high need and low need. Income affects it more than the number of dependents that you have, but both of those things affect it. High merit is, at most schools, a 3.5 GPA or higher, and good merit is about 3.0. You can still get into school with lower scores, you just may not get as much merit. Right? It depends on where you're going. At some schools, a 3.5 GPA won't be in the top half, and you will get not very much at all. And at some schools, a 3.5 means you'll be in the top 25% and you'll get quite a bit more. So it depends on where you're going, but these are basically the right terms. At most colleges across the country, 90% is considered high merit. It's basically 90% for the SAT and the ACT. What that means is if you've got a good GPA, right? You've got a high merit, not the highest, but you're just inside the range. And you have a good ACT, you could get $6,000 a year for college. Now this is at a ladder school, and it works a little bit differently at different types of schools. But at these types of ladder schools, just increasing your test scores a few points can make a very big difference in the amount of award you get. You can study by yourself and you can probably get a couple of points. There are some times when it is worth getting that extra professional help, and they might be able to help you get 4, 5, or 6 points higher. If you go from 27 to 32, you get 4 times the amount of award. The way you shop for college and find discounts is completely different depending upon which quadrant you're in. Now, test prep is something that can help in 3 different quadrants, but depending upon your family situation, it may be a very different type of test prep. We always get told stories, and a common story we'll get is, well, my cousin got a full ride to Harvard. We know that they were in that 3rd quadrant, high merit, high need, right? Because Harvard doesn't have merit scholarships. They don't care how smart you are. They turn down 1,500 to 2,000 valedictorians every single year. They just don't have that type of scholarship. But if you're pretty smart and you have a need, they might meet 100% of it. People rule out schools based on the sticker price, and the reality is the cousin got the full ride because they had a really smart student, and Harvard didn't want money to be a barrier for them to go. We want to have these conversations with freshmen, sophomores, and juniors, not when you get an acceptance letter back from Cornell and it says it's going to cost you $80,000 a year and you're trying to figure out what you can sell to pay for it. First, I want to say that net price calculators are generally good. And there are some colleges that are really trying to make them an effective tool. But there's even more colleges that just have them on their website because it's a federal mandate. And it is better than nothing, but it's an average of data that's a couple years old using a simplified FAFSA method. So you get this illusion of precision, but they don't use enough variables to actually come up with anything precise. The biggest problem is with business owners and families that are separated, divorced, or blended. They can be radically off. And the problem with that is, without knowing the price, you can't really know the value or the return on the investment. With more accurate cost projections, you could build a better college list, you can make value decisions easier, and you can get a better final price. Parents need projections based on current data that's precisely tailored to that student, family, situation, and academic record. And they need an accurate price and net cost projection, right? So that we can compare those schools against each other and have good value to price comparisons, being able to know what those colleges are actually charging to students in the same situation. That helps you figure out your award letters. That helps you know the value of the return on your investment. But even as early as freshman year, it can help you build the college list itself so that you know which colleges are going to probably give your kid the best deal, so we can already start setting ourselves up for that specific type of college. We use professional software to create a more accurate cost projection so that you can build a better college list, make value decisions easier, have clarity around those award letters, and get a better final price. Whether you do any business with us or not, please use the free gifts we have. Give them away to people, right? The Paying for College 12-page guide, the college funding plan worksheet, the budget projection, and getting a college money report are the ways that we can help more people without actually having to take on more clients. We have prepaid for 400 families to get that free college money report. That one you will have to use, I think, an email address for. If you go to Black Swan CFP, it's right there on the main site. On the mobile, it's in the pull-down menu. Black Swan's a full-service, financial planning-focused family office for family and for business. And I personally love helping people with education planning from cradle to career. So if you do need help, just email.